Good morning and happy Wednesday, everyone. Today and now tomorrow, alert days for the elevated fire danger because we have very dry vegetation and the winds will be picking up just like they did yesterday and last night. But it's another beautiful start out there. We do have some clouds on the horizon. Official sunrise here across the Tri-Cities and across the rest of eastern Washington, northeast Oregon. 5:13 this morning with the sun setting at 8:49. Now, yesterday we hit 101 in the Tri-Cities. First time we did that since August of last year. Today won't be quite as hot as temperatures drop back down to where they should be for this time of year. Look at Ellensburg. You'll get a break from the heat, but the winds will be a bit stronger today for you across the Kittitas Valley. 83 there, 92 in Yakima, 93 Tri-Cities, 93 in Hermiston. We'll put it at 90 in Pendleton and 92 degrees in Walla Walla. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
And right now, a barn is destroyed and a home is uninhabitable after a suspected fireworks blaze tears through Yakima Terrace Heights early Sunday. What investigators are now asking residents to do. And Grandview is growing and its 1938 police station can't keep pace. How the city is planning for a station built for today. Plus, a man battling stage 4 cancer says a new city rule could help his family keep their home. What Pasco approved that's offering a lifeline to residents.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Zoe Solis. Getting right into it here, firefighters put out a blaze believed to be caused by fireworks in Yakima's Terrace Heights area that destroyed a barn and rendered a home unlivable early Sunday morning. Now officials are asking for residents to provide information about who might have caused it. According to Yakima County Fire District 4, just after 12:30 a.m., crews responded to a brush fire on 33rd Street in the Terrace Heights area. Crews arrived to find a 5-acre fire burning in old-growth sage, fanned by winds up to 30 miles per hour. Take a look at this here. The fire quickly spread to a vacant home and a 3-stall barn near Hardy Drive. In total, 55 acres were scorched. No one was hurt, thankfully, and the fire is believed to have started near the barn where spent fireworks and alcohol containers were found. So anyone who lives on East Hillcrest Drive who has cameras facing the street is asked to contact Fire District 4, as officials say the area has been a problem spot for firework-related fires on the 4th of July in the past. And the Kittitas County Fire Marshal issued a ban on all open burning in unincorporated areas of Kittitas County to reduce the risk of all these wildfires. Now, if caught, you can face a fine of $250. And officials say that the burning of garbage, leaves, grass, twigs, branches, litter, paper, and other debris will be prohibited. Propane or gas stoves, plus charcoal grills and smokers are not banned. As for campfires, they are allowed in approved fire rings only and in officially designated campgrounds, but the public is urged to exercise extreme caution. The Grandview Police Department is moving forward with plans for a new police station after years of operating out of an aging facility that officials say is no longer meeting the department's needs. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with the police chief about where the project stands today.
The Grandview Police Department is looking to replace its aging police station in downtown Grandview after more than 80 years of service. Police officials say the building, which was constructed in 1938, is no longer keeping up with the growing needs of the department or the city. Police Chief Cal Fuller says the idea gained momentum about 2 years ago after years of delays when a city council member made the project a priority.
One of our council members really took this up as a project, started working on getting the new building, because each year at the council meetings I would explain to them, okay, our building is getting old, we're getting more people in the town, we are having more officers that don't have space to work at the PD. We need to do something. It kind of reached a boiling point.
Fuller says much of the frustration stems stems from the fact that the current facility can no longer be adapted to modern policing needs, with much of the building no longer usable. However, the department is also planning for the future as Grandview continues to grow. While the department currently has 19 officers, city projections show that number could grow to around 30 in the coming years.
But the trouble is that 20% of our building is unusable just because it is old construction, solid cement walls. There's no remodeling that can be done here. So when you're looking at new construction, then it's okay. What is the population you're serving? What are the ancillary things like community meeting space that you need?
Fuller says the city has since secured state appropriation funding to purchase 4 acres of land on Port Point Way West for the future station. Now that the property has been secured, the next step is designing a facility that can meet both current and future needs. Currently, the city is working with ARC Architects, the firm that designed the Union Gap Police Department.
Their building there, their agency is about the same size as ours. They have some similar requirements as far as officer space, vehicle space, those kind of support functions. So this company understands a public safety building. They understand how police work. They've already been through this. They've built an excellent building up there that we've toured through, and we've said, you know what, this would meet our needs.
The city of Grandview says the planning for the new police station is continuing as officials work to develop a facility that can serve the community for decades to come. In Grandview, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
Fuller says the department expects to receive its first preliminary building designs within this coming week, giving city leaders a better idea of the building size and future layout. Now the city of Yakima has a new interim fire chief. Yakima City Manager Vicki Baker has appointed Tom Huntington to the role, following the retirement of Aaron Markham that end of June. Huntington served more than 30 years in the fire service, including more than a decade as the chief of the Richland Fire Department. The city says they will evaluate next steps to fill the fire chief role on a long-term basis. Moving along here into Pasco, short-term rentals such as an Airbnb and Vrbo have been legalized in Pasco now, and it is expected to give some much-needed relief to some residents in need. Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz speaks with one family that community members are rallying around.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carries.
It is a huge moment for Pasco resident Bob Mangione, his wife Marisol, and his son Matthew, who are supporting Pasco's newly passed rule allowing short-term rentals within city limits.
And for our family, it's deeply personal, as unfortunately I was diagnosed with stage 4 renal cell carcinoma. And while we're declaring faith in God and healing overall, unfortunately one of the tumors has gotten all the way to my spinal cord lining.
Mangione says that he is no longer able to work in his family's contracting business, making it hard for them to afford their home. That's why the Mangiones are supportive of the new rule. They plan to rent out their home in order to not lose it and to live in their workshop in the meantime. Others are hoping to depend on short-term rentals for income as well, including one woman who is in danger of losing her home.
My husband passed away in October, and he was a vet and a 20-year Air Force retired. And he was also a Vietnam veteran. But when he passed, so did his pay.
Similar to the Mangiones, McKee hopes to rent out her home out of necessity. It's stories like these that inspire dozens of neighbors and friends to show up to Monday's city council meeting in support of short-term rentals, something that means a lot to Mangione.
It's unbelievable to see businesses, people, and everyday citizens, people who have been following our story, particularly on Facebook, for a number of years. As I was diagnosed in 2023, people we've never physically met until today, and they realized, they said, we've got to be here for your family.
And with community support, the City Council voted to unanimously approve short-term rentals. Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
These short-term rentals will officially be allowed starting on January 1st of next year. One drug trafficker in the Yakima Valley is now behind bars. Monday morning around 6, Yakima Valley SWAT served a search warrant at a home in the 800 block of East Nob Hill Boulevard in connection with allegations of drug trafficking. This followed an in-depth investigation by the DEA Drugs Task Force. Investigators located evidence of drugs, trafficking, and distribution inside the home, along with multiple firearms and over $26,000 in cash. One male was taken into custody and booked into the Yakima County Jail on 5 felony accounts. And the Benton County Sheriff's Office said they responded to a crash in the Oak Bowls area where the driver fled the scene. This occurred on Monday night after witnesses reported hearing the sounds of vehicles racing. Officials identified the driver as Salvador Mendoza, who caused about $10,000 in damages, including to Benton PUD equipment. 2 hours later, officials say Salvador was taken into custody after a traffic stop for a hit and run. Those who helped him flee have been identified and will also face charges. This summer, every Kennewick Elementary School will receive a big upgrade that will give students faster speeds and improved graphics. Now, every 5 years, the Kennewick School District makes it a priority for all 17 elementary schools to receive upgraded computer labs. The mission being they want kids to be able to understand how to use computers efficiently without dealing with technical delays. Many school subjects, such as computer science and coding, depend on these labs, and district leaders say while learning from the textbook is still important, it's also just as important to teach kids about technology.
This is for the specials, for the tech lab, and it's important that the students learn computer skills so they're future ready, and that's going to involve understanding digital media literacy, and being able to type on a keyboard, work on a computer, understand a monitor and a CPU, and those are important skills to have for any future.
These upgrades are funded by the district's Safety, Security, and Information Technology Levy, and the district plans to have all these computer labs completed by the beginning of August. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, overnight U.S. strikes on Iran in a NATO summit showdown, the breaking developments in a rapidly shifting conflict. We're taking a live look out into Kennewick this morning. Beautiful start to the day so far. However, it is an alert day today, and we are looking at some gusty conditions as we go into the next day as well. So stay with us for your forecast after this.
Jack, tell me one core value you live by.
Good things come to those who order my Munch Better deals for $4.99. Choose between a Junior Jumbo Jack meal or Junior Chicken Sandwich meal. Some say be the change. I say keep the change.
Welcome to Jack in the Box. We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers, so switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And now switch to T-Mobile and get free phones for $0 down. Plus 4 lines for only $25 per month per line.
Better service, better price, win-win.
I'm Usain Bolt, world's fastest man, but I'm here to show that slow can be good too, especially when it comes to a progressive disease like chronic kidney disease. So while I don't have CKD myself, I'm taking it slow to remind you that Jardiance is a little pill proven to slow the progression of CKD, which can lead to dialysis, and it lowers the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
When it comes to your CKD, embrace the slow.
Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
I take care of the kids, my dad, and things at work. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression, but help is available. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org today.
Jack, tell me one core value you live by.
Good things come to those who order my much better deals for $4.99. Choose between a Junior Jumbo Jack meal or Junior Chicken Sandwich meal. Some say be the change. I say keep the change.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Good morning, America. Or should I say, G'day, America.
This morning live on GMA, it's Robert Irwin, Mirror Ball Champ, live.
This is big. This is one to watch.
And then this week, Mindy Kaling and Lin-Manuel Miranda, live on Good Morning America.
Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. I want to start off with our 24-hour temperature change because we are significantly warmer this morning compared to where we were just 24 hours ago. We are anywhere from 10 to about 15 degrees warmer in many locations, and that puts us in the 60s and 70s. Yesterday morning at this time, we were in the comfortable 50s. Well, not quite the case this morning. We're at 70 in the Tri-Cities, 69 in Hermiston, 67 in Pendleton. We're at 68 in Yakima, 66 in Lexington. We do have some 50s there along the Blues, 54 in Cabbage Hill, but we're at 65 in Dayton, 65 in Connell. So a bit of a warmer start this morning, and those winds are picking up in some spots, especially up toward the Kittitas Valley, where they are sustained at 23 miles per hour in Ellensburg. Elsewhere, they're anywhere between 10 and about 15 miles per hour. And those wind speeds will be picking up once again today. So it will be a windy day for the Kittitas Valley. I think those peak gusts could actually exceed 40 miles per hour at times, but at least we will be cooler. We'll get a little bit of heat relief. Look at Ellensburg, only 83 today, 80 degrees in Thorpe, 92 in Yakima today, 92 Toppenish, 93 in Sunnyside, 92 in Grandview. And for the lower basin, we did hit 101 in the Tri-Cities yesterday, so we should only be about 8 degrees cooler today. So a little bit of relief there, 93, 94 in Benton City, 93 in Hermiston, also hit the triple digits yesterday, and we're forecasting 92 degrees in Walla Walla. Zoe?
The U.S. launched a new round of retaliatory strikes against Iran. This as President Trump is in his second day at the NATO summit in Turkey. ABC's Karen Waugh is in Washington, D.C. with the latest.
Overnight, the U.S. hit more than 80 targets in Iran. This new round of retaliatory strikes in response after Iran attacked 3 commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz. Central Command sharing this video of explosions and calling Iran's attack a clear violation of the ceasefire. As a result, the U.S. revoked part of the deal President Trump signed last month that allowed Iran to sell its oil on the international market, a move Iran called a violation of the deal. At the NATO summit in Turkey, President Trump accused allies of not helping him with the war against Iran, saying he is testing people.
But we weren't treated well because we did something in Iran. We don't need anybody's help. I didn't even want their help, but before I asked, they said they wouldn't be there.
The war in Ukraine, also a major topic at the summit. Trump is set to meet with Ukrainian President Zelensky later today. This as Russia launched its latest missile attack at Kyiv overnight. The war in Ukraine now in its 5th year.
President Trump will be welcomed by NATO Secretary General today. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Right now, your time is 5:18. How long are these gusty winds sticking around? Stay with us. Tiffany Savona has the answer in your full first alert weather forecast when we return.
It's officially summer in the Tri-Cities, and that means it's time for Dust Devils baseball.
Thursday, July 9th, the first 500 fans will receive a bobblehead of Dust Devils alum and Mariners All-Star pitcher Andres Munoz, thanks to Washington State Department of Ecology. It's also a family feast night presented by Benton Franklin Fair and Rodeo, Friday and Saturday with both featured post-game fireworks, thanks to Highline Engineering and Fabrication and ProMade Homes.
Tickets at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball, a Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
Is my used car cursed? Why is this load taking 2 hours?
Third rinsing cycle commencing.
How do they know this car seat is safe?
I don't know. They've got people who do that.
But who's they?
You shouldn't have to question everything. For 90 years, Consumer Reports has been testing, reviewing, and advocating for you for answers you don't have to question. Consumer Reports. We never stop questioning.
Injured in a car crash? The insurance company can sure make you feel small. And their offer makes you feel even smaller. Call me, attorney Mariano Morales. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Does that insurance company make you feel small? Tell them you got the heavy hitter and watch how big you feel. Injured in a car wreck? Big thanks. Get big help. Call me.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
In Tri-Cities Real Estate, one group stands above the rest. One group consistently ranks in the top 20% of the region's real estate agents. One group puts a full team of professionals backing your every move to get the best deal at every step. And one group with an award-winning team to give you more insights and help you make more educated decisions. So if you're ready to make your next move with certainty, there's really only one group for you.
Why can't psoriasis just leave me alone? The inflammation inside, this on the outside. The pills and creams haven't done enough for me. I can feel the stares, hear the whispers. I'm done. So done.
Talk to your dermatologist about your psoriasis symptoms and treatment options. Go to SoDone.com.
Good morning, everyone. We do have today and tomorrow as alert days once again due to that elevated fire danger because of the gusty winds and the dry vegetation. That's today and tomorrow. Now, we could potentially have additional alert days Friday and Saturday because of additional fire concerns because the winds will remain gusty as we head into the weekend. And then the rest of this week into the weekend, we'll see temperatures around average for this time of year. Pretty typical for it being the middle of July. We're taking a live look outside the Tri-Cities this morning. We do have a few clouds out there. We'll call it partly cloudy. It's 70 degrees, very warm to start off the day. Yesterday, we were in the 50s. We should be in the 50s each morning in July, but instead we're in the 60s and 70s. That's all because that cold front is still to our north and west. So we're at 62 in Yakima, 64 Sunnyside, 70 degrees in the Tri-Cities, 69 in Hermiston, Pendleton waking up to 67, and we're at 66 degrees in Lexington. Satellite and radar showing those clouds moving in from the north and west out ahead of that front. We actually had some isolated showers and storms develop late last night just to the east and northeast of our Oregon counties. So all the action stayed off to our east, and there are a couple of showers and storms moving to the north of Spokane at this time. But things are quiet. What won't be quiet today will be the wind. We could see wind gusts between 20 and 30 miles per hour for many locations. The highest wind gusts will likely be across the Kittitas Valley up in Ellensburg, where those gusts could reach 45 miles per hour. So that's where the fire concern will be the greatest later on today. Our forecast highs, well, we don't see any triple digits on the map. That's a good sign. We're back down to where we should be. 93 in the Tri-Cities, 93 in Hermiston, 92 Walla Walla, and 92 degrees in Yakima with Ellensburg. Only seeing highs in the 80s. Not bad. Overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, it's not going to be quite as mild as it is. So we'll be back down into the 50s. This is what we're used to as you wake up in the mornings in July. So here's your extended 7-day forecast. It'll stay breezy through the rest of the week and into the upcoming weekend with highs in the lower 90s. We could see another warm up in the Tri-Cities by the beginning of next week. In Yakima, we're talking about temperatures in the lower 90s right through the rest of the week and into the weekend. Ellensburg, we're talking about 80s. We're looking at the potential for some high wind gusts today, and then it'll stay windy Thursday, Friday into Saturday. That's why Friday and Saturday are potential alert days because of that potential fire concern. We're looking at Hermiston in the lower 90s as we head into the weekend, and Walla Walla 92 today. We'll keep it right around 91, 92 into the weekend. Zoe?
Thank you, Tiffany. All right, now coming up here, one of the most iconic stories in American television history is being reimagined. The Ingalls family is heading back to the prairie, this time on Netflix, when we come back with your entertainment headlines.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Where you been, hey?
Little field research. Show them what we got.
Check this out. Looks like America is loving Ford quality.
And J.D. Power backs it up.
Ford is #1 in new vehicle quality, and F-Series are America's best-selling trucks.
Great deals, crazy good capability.
America, this is what summer's all about.
Get 0% APR for 36 months and $1,000 toward your down payment on select Ford vehicles, plus a complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years.
Even if your child has moderate to severe eczema, they can feel the flow, feel the breeze. And Dupixent helps them feel the heal. It helps calm a key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Dupixent is the only biologic therapy approved to treat kids as young as 6 months for noticeably clearer skin and less itch. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent. Help heal their skin from within so they can stay ahead of eczema. Find an eczema specialist and ask about Dupixent today.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to BruxNightGuard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to BruxNightGuard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's BruxNightGuard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Welcome back to your entertainment news. Now, a new telling of the Little House on the Prairie story begins streaming this week, and Rick Damagello reports.
Once upon a time, Ma and Pa and Mary and Laura left the big woods of Wisconsin and moved to the prairie.
Little House on the Prairie returns to television in a new Netflix series.
Tell me, Mr. Ingalls, what brought you to this land? A fresh start for my family.
I felt a lot of responsibility to honor Laura's legacy and to give her story justice because she really was an amazing woman, a writer, a storyteller, and she inspired scores of people.
They did such an amazing job with all of the sets and everything. Like, the inside of the Ingalls house is like an absolute dream come true because, like, you know, I spent my whole childhood reading the books and imagining what the house would be like, and then to step inside the house for the first time, it was like everything I'd been envisioning in my head had come to life in, like, right in front of me.
Every day and every night was an adventure.
The creators made something so beautiful, and once I got the script, I was so inspired by how expansive this show is.
The great thing is, I know that everyone who's involved in making this show is making it with their whole heart and is making it with their heart in the right place.
They were happy because they were a family and they were together.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
Little House on the Prairie premieres tomorrow on Netflix. Coming up here on Good Morning Northwest, Toppenish officially closes out a key phase of repairs to its wastewater treatment plant, where the project stands now. Plus, downtown Pasco's Farmers Market and Specialty Kitchen need new management, who can apply, and what the city is looking for. But first, it's time for your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Discord's apology. The communication app says thousands of accounts may have been incorrectly banned since May. The reason? Discord's AI-powered moderation tools mistakenly flagged Square Grid images as child abuse material. It says any account banned by the false positive should now be reinstated. Next, Meta rolling out its new AI image generator, Muse Image. It's available now in the Meta AI app, Instagram, and WhatsApp. The model can generate and edit photos from conversational prompts and even pull in a friend's likeness by tagging their Instagram account. And Netflix is experimenting with more short-form content amid data suggesting viewers are ditching some of its long-form shows. The streaming service is adding video from Billboard, Rolling Stone, and other outlets. New content will be available in the U.S. next month. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Hannah Battah. Have a great day.
Are you certain this is decaf?
Mm-hmm.
Are you 4imprint certain?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like lightning today.
Certainty matters. So when you need the right high-quality promotional products, printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time, that's the certainty of 4imprint. Wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team by visiting 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain. Oh, what is that musty smell?
Oh, damp.
Damn. Oh, damn.
Hey, language.
Damprid traps excess moisture to eliminate musty smells. Get rid of the damp with Damprid.
Introducing BofA Rewards, a new loyalty program for every day and every milestone. It starts with a Bank of America checking account and grows from there. Open or enroll today. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Wednesday morning. It's great to have you with us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Zoe Salas. Now, Josh is on the evening side this week, but we are here with Tiffany Savona, and I know today is an alert day, Tiffany. So what does everyone need to know about our conditions today?
We do have an elevated fire danger again, Zoe, because the winds will be strong once again this afternoon. And this looks like it will continue into tomorrow as well. So today and tomorrow, alert days. At least today, we won't have that triple-digit heat like we saw yesterday. It won't be quite as hot across the region. But this is going to be for everyone, South Central Washington and northeastern Oregon, for that elevated fire danger, all due to those gusty winds and dry vegetation. This morning, the sun is up above the horizon. We do have some clouds out there, but it's making for a beautiful start on this Wednesday, and our high temperatures back down to where they should be for this time of year, or closer to our typical July averages, I should say. 83 today in Ellensburg. That's where the strongest winds will be. I think those gusts could actually exceed 40 at times. Yakima 92, 93 Tri-Cities, Hermiston 90 degrees in Pendleton, and 92 in Walla Walla. Zoe, back to you.
Thank you so much, Tiffany. Now, the city of Toppenish is marking another milestone in its efforts to repair the city's wastewater treatment plant. Officials say the emergency bypass project was one of the first steps taken after a catastrophic pipe failure at the plant early last year. The project rerouted wastewater around the damaged pipe so the city could keep the plant operating while longer-term repairs continued. Toppenish City Council formally accepted the completed work during a recent council meeting after city staff and engineers determined it was finished according to plan.
And so this is essentially the formal step of determining that the project is complete so that we can start the process of making sure that all the subs, for example, have been paid. At the end of that, we'll pay the retainage that is a contract amount.
The city says this completed project is another step toward restoring and improving its wastewater treatment system. In downtown Pasco is looking for new leadership as the city is searching for qualified partners to take over the farmers market and the specialty kitchen, aiming to build on the success of these community staples. Now, the city of Pasco is now accepting proposals from organizations, nonprofits, and individuals to manage these facilities starting in 2027. Applicants can bid to operate the market, the kitchen, or both. The city is looking for a partner with strong financial management who can grow with programs while maintaining the quality services that the community relies on.
We're looking for a partner that shares the city's vision. So we're looking for individuals and organizations that have strong financial management, but also have a commitment to preserving what makes these programs successful while identifying opportunities to build upon the success that already exists.
Proposals are due by August 5th, and you can find submission details on applevalleynewsnow.com. The Columbia Basin Veterans Center is hosting a special event this weekend, and they want the whole family to come out. It is their first ever veteran family picnic, happening this Saturday, July 11th from 11 to 2 at the center of 1020 South 7th Avenue in Pasco. The executive director says the day is all about building relationships and making sure families know exactly what resources are there for them.
Our team, we actually sit down and talk a lot about who and what we want to do in the community, and caring for families is a big one for us. And so we want to do more things that reaches out and just brings the families close to us. We have all kinds of things to help families, everything from connecting to veteran services to counseling, to you name it. And if they don't know all the things we offer, then we can't help them.
It's not just about business, though. The afternoon will also feature free meals, face painting, and family-friendly games. Women's professional golf is returning to Pendleton this August, and organizers say that the tournament means more to the community than what happens on the course. The Epson Tour, the pathway to the LPGA, is pairing back-to-back tournaments in Portland and Pendleton, giving players a chance to compete without crossing the country. The Wild Horse Ladies Golf Classic in Pendleton enters its 5th year this August, and organizers say the event is bigger than just golf.
We're pretty excited about the potential relationship between the two and growing the game of golf, both here in the Northwest, in the Portland area, as well as the Tri-Cities area.
Last year, a dozen players who competed in Pendleton went on to earn LPGA Tour membership. Before competition begins, professionals will spend a day teaching local and tribal youth golf fundamentals during free clinics. Still ahead here, for years, a rotting wooden arena stood at the Ben Franklin Fairgrounds, the grant that's helping improve rider safety. Taking a live look out into Kennewick this morning, just a beautiful sunrise. The sun is shining. If you haven't stepped outside, you might have been able to tell it's a lot warmer at this time of day than it has been. So find out more on our weather forecast when we come back with Tiffany after this.
Bringing the big bucks. New season, let's go! New winners, same whammy. Oh,
this is awkward.
Get out of here.
Get that money, that's for sure.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
We invited passionate soccer fans to push Nissan vehicles to the limit, just like they do with their teams. Further proof that the Nissan lineup is tested and trusted by the toughest. Hurry in to bring home a winning offer at the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Get 0% APR on select model trims for well-qualified buyers, or get $4,500 customer cash on select Rogue or Frontier trims.
Here in the Valley, caring for what matters most is simply a part of who we are. Because women's health isn't just one moment in life, it's every chapter. preventative screenings, and care designed for women at every stage of life. From first visits to motherhood and beyond, thoughtful care from the people who call this valley home. We're here for every step along the way. Start your journey today at kvhealthcare.org, your home for women's health.
Feeling dizzy, off balance, or worried about falling? You don't have to just live with it. At the Pacific Campus, Alex Trowbridge DPT is accepting new patients and specializes in vestibular therapy, treating vertigo, dizziness, and balance issues. And here's something many patients don't realize. You can choose where you go for physical therapy. Choose the PC. We also treat gait and balance, pain management, and even pool therapy. Ask your doctor to refer you to physical therapy at the PC with Alex Trowbridge DPT.
We're Sell My House Fast, and we've been buying unwanted houses for cash, fast, for 25 years. We'll buy this house, and this one, even this one, not that one. If you're relocating, inheriting a home you don't want, if you're behind on taxes and want to avoid foreclosure, going through divorce, or if you just need cash to get out of debt, we will buy your house at a fair cash price. We've got hundreds of Google 5-star reviews because our offers are fair and the process transparent. Call now.
1-800-219-0560.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
We're back and bringing the big bucks. New season, let's go! New winners, same whammy. Oh,
This is awkward.
get out of here.
Give that money, that's for sure.
It is 5:40 on your Wednesday, and temperatures are on the mild side this morning. Look at this, 70 degrees, where the past couple of mornings we have been in the 50s at this hour because we still have winds out of the south at 8 miles per hour in the Tri-City, still out ahead of that cold front, if you can call it that. At least today won't be quite as hot as yesterday. You can't call 93 cold by any means, but it just won't be quite as hot. It will be on the breezy side in the Tri-Cities, and we'll see some clouds this morning, giving way to more sunshine this afternoon. Dust Devils will be facing the Hillsboro Hops once again tonight after losing to them last night. It's going to be another hot evening, not quite as hot as yesterday, but remember to bring those factory sealed water bottles. You can bring them into Giza Stadium. The first pitch is at 7:05, 91, 89 at 8, 82 degrees at 9 o'clock. Remember, it will be breezy this evening, so ladies, you'll want that ponytail holder or the hat. For your Wednesday in Yakima, we're talking about temperatures getting up into the middle 80s by noon, 92 degrees by 4 o'clock. And for Walla Walla, we're looking at temperatures in the 80s by noon, 83, 91 degrees by 4. And we'll take a closer look at that weekend forecast coming up in a bit. Zoe, back to you.
Thank you so much for that, Tiffany. Now, over in Kennewick, the Benton Franklin Fair Association completed a new 4-H arena at the Benton County Fairgrounds. This 4-H youth development organization began over a century ago and teaches agricultural and farming skills. The project renovated the previous arena, which was built roughly 40 years ago. It was built with the help of a grant from the Wild Horse Foundation.
The existing arena was somewhere in the 40-ish years old, and it was made of wood, which was beautiful for a long time, but at a certain point, it kind of outlives its usefulness. You know, boards start to rot. In some places, we felt like the boards were held together with just the extra coats of paint we put on every year, and so it was really time for safety.
The grounds can be used by community members with permits to ride their horses there, as well as barrel races and other events leading up to the Benton Franklin Fair. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we come back, everything you need to know with your morning sprint, as well as this alert day that we are heading into. It's a beautiful sunrise this morning. The sun is beaming. It is hotter today than it was yesterday at this time. So find out everything you need to know on your temperatures in your area when we come back after this.
Yolks Exclusives. Original recipes crafted in-house every day
by people who take fresh seriously and sold exclusively at Yolk's Fresh Markets. Dear crew, with an adult-sized third row, everyone's welcome, from sports fans and eco buffs to movie fans. Slip in, stretch out, and let's go. Toyota. Toyota has more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hi, this is Garrett Miles with Resolve Homebuyers, and I get asked all the time, will you guys buy anything? In pre-foreclosure and need cash quick, empty, neglected, something okay that's been inherited, or even a commercial property? What about in good shape that just needs to be sold quickly? Well, guess what? Resolve Homebuyers pays cash for all of these. We want your unwanted properties, we pay all the commissions, and we make it super easy. Our goal is to make this a huge win for your family. Give us a call, let's see if it's a huge win for you. Give us a call, 509-599-1022.
Is your closet cramped and cluttered? Well, now there's Space Triangles, the clever new hanging device that fits over any hanger to save you closet space in seconds. And now may be your last chance to get them for a low price. Now you can vertically hang multiple items, guaranteeing that you'll have up to 70% more space in your closet. Your closet can go from messy to marvelous in no time with ease. The ingenious slip-over design secures the hangers vertically. It snugly fits all types of hangers to save you space. Order now to get an 18-piece set of Space Triangles for just $9.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get Space Triangles at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 closet pack per order while supplies last. Once they're gone forever. Order now.
Call 1-800-587-3514. Call or visit spacetriangles.com. So call 1-800-587-3514 now.
Yolk's Exclusives. Original recipes crafted in-house every day by people who take fresh seriously and sold exclusively at Yolk's Fresh Markets.
Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert. Only one station. Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We are tracking some big weather stories, and the first one is that today and tomorrow alert days because of that elevated fire danger thanks to the gusty winds and the dry vegetation. And as we take into the weekend, Friday and Saturday, we could be dealing with additional alert days because of the fire concerns and the gusty winds. The winds are just going to stay gusty right through the rest of the week and into the weekend. As far as temperatures go, they're going to be typical for this time in July, going through the rest of the week and into the weekend before we potentially see some warmer weather as we head into next week. Speaking of warmer weather, it's warm this morning, isn't it? If you haven't stepped outside just yet, temperatures are running a good 10 to 15 degrees warmer than where we were at this time yesterday. So we don't see many 50s on the map. Instead, those 50s are replaced with 60s and even 70s. 70 in the Tri-Cities at 72 Moses Lake, 64 Connell, 63 Sunnyside, 68 in Yakima, even Ellensburg, one of our cooler spots at 61, and we're at 67 degrees in Pendleton. So a mild start this morning. This is because a cold front is on our doorstep, and it will move through today, switching our winds more northwesterly, and today won't be quite as hot as some of those triple digits we saw yesterday as well. But we do have some clouds out there, courtesy of an upper level disturbance and this dip in the jet stream moving across the region. And the winds have picked up, at least in the Kittitas Valley, down toward the Yakima Valley, where those sustained winds anywhere between 10 and about 23 miles per hour. Elsewhere, anywhere between 5 and 15 miles per hour. And those winds will pick up a little bit more as we head into the afternoon. Here's the peak gust forecast later on today into tonight. Many of us could see wind gusts between 20 and 30 miles per hour. I think we could exceed that up across the Kittitas Valley. That's where the fire danger will be the greatest, where those winds are the strongest. At least it won't be quite as hot as yesterday. We don't have any triple digits out there. We're forecasting highs in the 80s in Ellensburg, but lower 90s all across the rest of the Yakima Valley, Columbia Basin, and northeastern Oregon. And then overnight tonight, tomorrow morning, we'll be back to where we should be, into the more comfortable 50s. to start off your Thursday morning. So your 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, winds staying breezy through the rest of the week and into your Saturday, highs in the lower 90s. And then next Tuesday, that's when we could see those temperatures bump up a few degrees. For Yakima, we're talking about breezy conditions today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, lower 90s, lows in the 50s. Ellensburg, 80s, not bad after being in the 90s yesterday. Windy, though. Highest wind gusts will likely be today, and then it stays windy into the weekend. Hermiston, 93 today, and then we'll keep it at 90 Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then in Walla Walla, lower 90s expected through the weekend. Zoe?
Now, the morning sprint.
Firefighters put out a blaze believed to be caused by fireworks in Yakima's Terrace Heights area that destroyed a barn and rendered a home unlivable early Sunday morning. Now officials are asking for residents to provide information about who might have caused it. Take a look here at the video on your screen. According to Yakima County Fire District 4, just after 12:30 a.m., crews responded to a brush fire on 33rd Street in the Terrace Heights area. The fire quickly spread to a vacant home and a 3-stall barn near Hardy Drive. In total, 55 acres were scorched. And the city of Yakima has a new interim fire chief. Yakima City Manager Vicki Baker has appointed Tom Huntington to the role, following the retirement of Aaron Markham at the end of June. The city says they will evaluate next steps to fill the fire chief role on a long-term basis. And the city of Grandview is taking the next steps towards a new police department as officials look to replace a building that has served the community for more than 85 years. Now, after securing state appropriation funding to purchase 4 acres of land on Port Point Way West, the city is now working with an architectural firm to determine the size and layout of a new facility. Fuller says that the department expects to receive preliminary building designs in the coming of weeks as planning for the new facility continues.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carries.
The city of Pasco has officially voted to legalize short-term rentals such as Airbnb and Vrbo, a decision that means something special to one young family. This is Bob Mangoing and his family. 3 years ago, Bob received a stage 4 cancer diagnosis and could no longer work like he used to. The family is looking to turn their home into a short-term rental so they don't have to lose it. That is now possible after the city council's unanimous decision. And downtown Pasco is looking for new leadership. The city is searching for qualified partners to take over the farmers market and the specialty kitchen, aiming to build on the success of these community staples. The city of Pasco is now accepting proposals from organizations, nonprofits, and individuals to manage these facilities starting in 2027. Proposals are due by August 5th, and you can find submission details on AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Into your national news here, ceasefire efforts between the U.S. and Iran might be teetering on the edge of collapse. President Trump says the memo of understanding between the countries is over, adding, quote, "They're scum, they're sick people," end quote. That's after Iran's military said it attacked American targets in response to U.S. strikes on Iranian ones. And also, President Trump wants the Supreme Court to reconsider his attempt to appeal the verdict in the first E. Jean Carroll case. Last week, the Supreme Court upheld the jury's verdict and awarded Carroll's $5 million. Trump's attorney filed a new petition late Monday asking the court to reverse its decision or place the case on hold while he appeals a second judgment involving Carroll. The Supreme Court rarely reconsiders decisions it has already made. And the new price of oil is down to pre-Iran war levels. So airfares will follow, right? Wrong. According to the bank, airfares are up 15 to 20% from a year ago, but jet fuel prices are down at least 35% since their peak in April. There are two main things keeping the price of flying sky high. The first is demand, and the second is less competition. The bankruptcy of Spirit Airlines removed a lot of pressure for legacy airlines to compete on price. And officials say buckled structural columns in a Manhattan high-rise prompted evacuations on Tuesday. The commercial office building is under conversion into a residential property. New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani said 2 of the building's structural columns on the 21st floor buckled, causing cracks and sagging floors. The fire chief called the situation very serious. Meanwhile, a complaint was filed against the owner of the building. Into your health news, an Idaho mother is charged with murdering her 18-month-old twins last year. Andrea Shaw's attorney is blaming vaccines for the death of the boy and the girl in May of 2025. That's despite many large-scale studies showing such shots are safe. Shaw and her husband are former guests on an anti-vaccine organization's podcast. On the program, Shaw reportedly suggested her children got sick from vaccinations and died not long after. Her attorney says she recently gave birth to another baby. And an Oregon woman has filed a $13 million lawsuit after she says she experienced a painful toenail removal procedure. According to court documents, the woman went to Kaiser Permanente Hospital in January to have 2 ingrown toenails removed. But instead of using a typical numbing agent, the lawsuit says she was injected with rubbing alcohol. The woman claims she now has nerve and vascular damage and that the cartilage in her toes is destroyed, making it hard for her to walk. Into your sports news, the 2026 FIFA World Cup is spending prediction market volumes soaring to record highs. Prediction market platform Kalshi did more than $30 billion in trading volume just last month. That's more than a 70% increase from May's total of nearly $18 billion, according to user data on Dune Analytics. And in southern Nevada, a massive fire at a youth sporting facility caused nearly $250,000 in damages. The fire broke out at Nevada Youth Sports in Las Vegas on the 4th of July. The sports organization's chief administrative officer says the blaze may have been sparked by illegal fireworks. The extensive damage has forced the facility to temporarily close, affecting thousands of young athletes, and the organization is looking for an alternative location in the meantime. On to what's trending over here. A simple request to earn a few dollars has grown into a special friendship between a Tupelo, Mississippi boy and his neighbor, a woman in her 90s. This 6-year-old boy, Luke, knocked on Helen Williams' door looking for chores so he could save up for something special, a sewing machine. The neighbor agreed and hired Luke to bring in her garbage can each week and collect her mail every day. Jobs that also keep her safe from potentially falling. Luke was able to get the sewing machine and he came up with a special way to say thanks. He made her a cushion with a pattern featuring Baby Yoda. And up next here on Good Morning Northwest at 6, Kennewick is making sure its youngest students aren't left behind in the digital age. The summer computer lab overhaul hitting the district. Plus, the Epson Tour, the official pathway to the LPGA, is back in Pendleton this August. What you can expect from the 5th annual Wild Horse Ladies Golf Classic. And more as we enter this alert day on this Wednesday. We are looking at high temperatures again and gusty winds in the forecast. So stay with us at 6.